Mic check 1 2.
Hold on, yep, there we go.
Mic check 1 2. Man, this feels
1 2
vintage Soulection Radio days. I mean, it's been a minute since.
Soulection Radio.
Yo, J.Rocc in the
Come on,
building.
man.
Yo,
It's okay.
Soulection Beats 1. This is show 395, and
That's what it is.
as you can tell, a very special edition. We have a Dilla tribute,
Dilla, beats.
and who else? No better
Oh,
than the man himself, J.Rocc,
man, thank you, sir. Thank you, Joe.
of the world famous Beat Junkies, Stone's Throw crew,
Yep,
aka Flaunt Edwards.
yep.
And yeah, man, it's only right. We did a pop-up Dilla tribute last week at shout out Blind Barber Highland Park, and you Coleman came out. Shout out Andre Power, shout out Chronica, shout out Andres. And the energy in there, man, was just, we needed that.
It was popping.
We needed that. There was a line around the corner, and
I got there late. I went like the last 20 minutes.
yeah, and you know, it's crazy. It's already been
Enough time to get it popping over there. I knew you guys already had it going on, but
yeah. There were a few songs that were played over and over.
it's okay. It's Dilla night. You don't hear those songs all the time, so
Nah,
it's okay to hear them 2-3 times if they're mixed up right. But it's okay to hear the songs again and
of
again,
course,
man.
because everyone had their own way of presenting them.
Exactly. There you go.
And it's just necessary. I mean, it's been 13 years since he's been gone. It's crazy to even say that. And it was just great to see
That was a slick way of saying, man, you should have showed up earlier, man.
True.
You should have came earlier, man. You wanted to play the same. We already played everything you played, J.Rocc.
Nah, but as soon as you stepped on, it felt like a boiler room. Like the way you presented, you were going back and forth from vinyl into digital. And I always admire the way you come in with vinyl. And you were beat juggling too on vinyl. I find that so amazing.
Come on, man. That's what it started with.
I know, but it's just because the youth, we don't see that. We don't see that enough. It's really you guys keeping that alive.
Yeah, man. You know, us old school cats. But nah, we gotta.
Nah,
people
y'all
that
still
play
present.
Nah, you're right. But you know, because you say that, because there's a lot of gigs where you'll get. I say old school cats, meaning people that still use turntables and a record player when they do a big gig, because you never know if it's going to be right when you're hooking up your Serato and
Of
the
course.
CDJ. You can just come in,
With the thumb
pop
drive.
in that
That's
thumb drive,
me.
be like, bam, let's go, I'm ready, let's do it. And
Hey,
that's cool too.
Yeah.
But
I
I'll do
admire that.
both. I'll do both. But
Yeah.
turntables, it's a little different of a mix.
Yeah.
And with the CDJs, it's more of just a blend. It's
Of
more
course.
it's more just get it hype, get it popping.
Yep.
But turntables, I'm trying to get busy and get it popping at the same time.
Yeah, man, I just love the technical side, because a lot of the OGs, they stick to Serato in the digital world, but you still bring in the
you,
analog
Joe.
element, and I love that. When you're organizing your playlist for today's set, because it's all about JD,
Yes, sir.
did you put together a special set? Or, I mean, you've been doing this so long that I feel
Nah,
like you did this in your sleep.
yeah. I did put together all this stuff I'm doing tonight. Special set.
Yo, you got these
Acapellas.
acapellas.
I'm just trying to get busy, man.
Yo,
2 turntables. This isn't pre-recorded. This is all live. So, you know, if it gets off beat at times,
Nah, it's,
oh well. I'm sorry. Even some good people mess up sometimes. So, you know.
I just want to hear one story before we get back
I'm
into
human.
this about these acapellas. How long ago did Dilla pass these over to you? Because you used to DJ, you used to spin for J-Lib.
A lot of them are either vinyl, you hear the crackle like on the Once Again.
Yeah.
Some of them that I will be playing tonight definitely are exclusive to myself, and the reason being, it's not really trying to be greedy or trying to hold on to stuff. I share certain things and stuff, but then you start getting like crazy remixes of beat, and you're like, come on, man, just do it live. You don't need to put it on your Bandcamp and try and make some money off my man Dilla's name. I could do that all day and try to do blends, and I'll do stuff for fun.
Of course.
But a lot of these acapellas come from the engineers that mix these records, and I'll hit them up and say, hey man, can I get an acapella of such and such?
Who is Dilla's main engineer?
Shoot, what's homeboy's name? Well, I mess with Dave Cooley a lot.
Okay.
That's the homie in LA. He did The Shining. He did Rough Draft, the later Rough Draft editions. My man Todd is the other guy named, I think his name is Todd. He's in Detroit, Dearborn. That's the main cat. That's the cat that did. I'm gonna look him up. That's the cat that did everything. I didn't get nothing from him. He got the OGs.
OGs.
Yeah, he got.
Like on the floppy, you got the floppy disk too with some of the joints on there.
That's I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Yo, I love you. You know, this is the first time in 395 shows I've really co-hosted a show off top.
Oh man,
and I love it. And thank you for giving me the night off because it feels so good.
Get out of here, man.
Well, I've worked a little today, but
the night off from SoundCloud digging all night, looking for all that heat. Hey, folks, what's my secret page? You'll never guess. Joe KB giving you guys a runaround.
You fucked me up on that one.
Nah, you good, Joe. I like. Honestly, I heavily support what you do.
Yeah.
I love your whole team. You guys really.
We love you.
The movement is so crazy. What you guys do, I love it, man.
Yeah.
I tell everybody about even before you guys were doing all this stuff. I used to go overseas and people would ask me, "What's going on in LA?" And they'd be like, "Oh man, this is crew selection, man. Be over there." They be rocking it out, man.
Yeah. Well, with the last time you came on, you came on with the Beat Junkies a couple years ago.
Chalk and Rhett.
The first time you came on was show 192.
Oh, you got the facts real quick.
I just pulled it up, and we were in the dungeon in Highland Park in the old HQ. And yeah, man, it's amazing to have you back. And I think it's mainly we have a lot of young listeners still, and
yeah, for sure, you got a good base, man.
And I know that they're aware, they're conscious, they know who Doom is, they know who Madlib is, but
for sure,
we just got to remind those who may not know about the JD tradition. We try to keep that alive. So
yeah, I appreciate that, Joe. You definitely do got a fan base that be rocking out with you. Maybe I should throw some Aaliyah acapellas over there, and I'll be.
Yo.
Oh, J.Rocc played what?
Let's get back into this.
No. Hold on. We keep talking though, cause I got a classic. I always do.
All right. As I watch him load up something, you probably got like some. You about to pull up some Aaliyah?
Man, I was looking to see if I had an acapella of my back and forth. I was gonna do my back and forth playing.
You know what I do want to hear? I heard you play it once. Is MC Squared? You have like some crazy stem of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
We go do it all.
Man, I need to hear that. And my airdrop is open, by the way.
Oh man.
And that's the only one I asked for. You play anything else, but I need I need that one. I'm letting you know. You can't get out this room.
Which one was that again?
The MC Square, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? But you have like the chords or something.
That's the J.Rocc special version.
Well, can I get that?
Yep. That's on. You go put me on blast. He likes calling me out on air, folks.
I saw you at Whole Foods.
Have a good night tonight.
Yo, remember I saw you at Whole Foods with MED. And I was like, yo, I need that joint. You're like,
shout out to MED.
And you're like, yeah, I got you. And
I got you.
You never sent it.
We're going to do it. We're going to shake hands. Shake the proper hand. We're doing that. I'm going to trade them. But I'm going to say this then, since you calling me out, man.
Okay.
I need some of that Joe K heat that you got.
Oh, I got you. I'm putting a folder together right now. I was about to. Yeah, I got you.
Too much.
I know.
There's a few cats I pay attention to. And you are most def on that list, man. That's a most def thing. Shout out to the other
Why don't you just hit me up and be like, yo, can you just send me like the monthly
man,
batch?
because you be throwing up on your Twitter the sub. Man, y'all ain't never gonna find what I listen to.
Damn.
Never, suckers. That's okay though. That's the attitude you're supposed to have though, because that's you finding the heat. And people come and listen to you because you got that heat.
But see, for my friends and the homies, there's an exception. That's for the people. So just hit me. I'm gonna just start sending you shit. Period.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get back into it. All right, show 395, J.Rocc in the building.
Get up and rock the hump and knock.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Yo, some of these joints right here, are these like this one right here. This is just from the vaults.
Yep, unreleased. This isn't even on a beat tape.
Do some of these, do you just like name them yourself? Because you know people used to reshare them and they would just change the name because they were just track numbers. And then you just had these whole folders of just you're like, when did he drop these or when did he name these? And you're like, would he actually name?
He named maybe, I don't know. I don't think he named anything.
Yeah.
Actually. Maybe donuts. But he just named stuff. He named stuff what the sample was. He didn't name it some quirky title. He just wrote whatever the sample was. He would write it, abbreviate it.
Because someone out there was really corny with the names, and they were just torrenting. They were torrenting the folders that were getting passed around. I'm like, nah, this doesn't make sense.
I forgot the name of a few, but there is a few felonious. Yeah, definitely felonious ones.
What was your favorite era of sound from him? Like, was it like, what years were like?
Probably
you feel
the beginning when I first heard him.
Which was?
Yeah, I know. Good answer, huh? Which was? The beginning shit. So when I first heard Dilla, it was a name called. The one that stands out the most is he did this Keith Murray remix, and it's just called the Slum Village remix, and I was like, yo, this mix is dope. And then I saw him on Mad Skillz record. I was like, oh man, this dude, the Uma, whoever these Uma cats are right now. I don't think it said JD or anything. So I was peeping them like kind of a little bit then, and then you mentioned Coleman earlier. We were heads, and Rough Draft was something that really stood out. But that was later in the game. But I'd have to say Keith Murray.
Yeah.
And I would have to say the Mad Skillz joints. Those are my two favorite. Those are like the ones I was like, oh man, I love this dude. Who's this dude? Because I was a fanboy before anything, you know what I mean? I was like hardcore Dilla nerd when I first met him.
Who introduced you to Jay?
I first met him with B+, and B+ was shooting at A&M for the Fantastic album.
Oh, wow.
But then...
Shout out Mochilla.
But he didn't really... It was like, hey, this is my friend J.Rocc. J.Rocc, this is JD. And he was, yeah, what's up? And that was really it. It wasn't no proud moment to be.
Of course.
But I met him again when I was doing Friday Night Flavors on Power 106. We had him on as
Fantastic
4.
That was real radio back then. Classic.
It was good things.
I actually found my godfather sent me a video, and you're in there, and I was probably about 9 years old, and I was in the studio. I was there.
Get out of here!
I swear, I'll show it to you.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah, his name's Nerve. Nerve One. He used to work at Universal.
Oh yeah.
He's cool with Chalk and E1.
Yeah.
So
look at this guy.
It was crazy because
connected already.
I was in there. I think that's kind of where it started from. Without you're surrounded by something at a young age, and it just hits a light bulb. But I saw it and I'm like, yo, is that J.Rocc? And it was just crazy to see that. It's like a flashback, and then now here we are. It's crazy, man. But earlier too, we were talking about the times that you've had with Madlib and Dilla, and some there's not so many stories that you talk about, but more about reminiscing on when you used to dig with them.
Yeah.
What was one tour, one trip where you were with J-Lib and you guys were digging? Like, was there any like memorable?
We wouldn't even have to be on tour. We would just link up in LA.
Yeah.
And it just hit all the spots out here. When we hit overseas, we were so busy doing the shows.
Yeah.
So we barely
had time.
Yeah, we hit a spot. There's a spot called Demon Fuzz over Rotterdam, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And we would hit that when we were out there. But it was, it was it was more than just do shows, sleep, airplane, shows, sleep, airplane, you know the drill.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of that going on. But, I mean, digging stories, as far as that, LA, we would just call each other up on whatever day it was and meet at Madlib's house. And then we would roll out, have a nice little something to smoke on, and we would hit a couple spots. We would hit about 3 spots a day, maybe.
Yeah.
But it depends, because Dilla didn't buy a lot of records like that. He bought maybe 2 or 3 joints.
That he really loved, that he really liked.
Or he would really check. He would be like, all right, I'm going to let me listen to this. And he'll listen to something, and then that would be it. He might just buy 1 record.
There was times where you thought...
And Madlib would have a stack. Like,
yeah, there were times where you thought
stacks.
Dilla sampled things and actually he was original, like it was him playing it. There was times.
There was times. Well, I would tell him that all the time because I'd be like, Dilla, man.
What's this sample?
What's this? Yeah, exactly. What's this sample? Oh, man, that's me playing the keyboard. And he's like, Dilla, man, is that you playing the keyboard? No, man, that's a sample. I'd be like, man, come on, quit fooling me, man. I need to know these things, man. He's like, yeah, you're not getting it, J.Rocc.
Yeah.
But I would ask that all the time about that stuff. I would just nerd out with him, man. He got used to me being kind of nerdy.
Yeah. You guys both inspired each other, I noticed.
Yeah, well, I would hook him up. I would hook him up with a couple loops here and there.
Yeah.
Like that Sergio Mendes. That song, that was a joint where he hit me up. He's like, hey, J.Rocc, I need got a Brazilian sample or like a break or something.
Yeah.
Because he knew I dug Brazilian records.
Of course.
So I went over there and hooked him up. I'm like, here you go, man. I didn't think he was going to use it for anything, but
he ended up using it.
He's like, hey, man, I used it for Sergio Mendes.
How do you feel when you see these new, Dilla projects surface and stuff like that? What do you, and those tunes?
Got to do it, man. I don't know. It's not, I'm not in the pockets. It got nothing to do with me.
Of course.
So I love it. I mean,
are those beats made like? Was that a very specific era or?
All those beats that come out now on the various projects, they're really just pulled from everywhere. It would be a beat CD from '98, from 2001. It's just all mixed up.
Do you think he still has stuff that's still being discovered by the family and by friends that no one, or does everyone have everything?
For sure. I've heard of some hot stuff I want to hear, but I've yet to hear any of it. He would do. He would do a lot of remixes for himself. Like he would do, real quick, we'll play this real quick. We'll keep the things on though.
He would remix his own music.
No, it's Shook Ones, Mobb Deep. He would he would get acapellas.
And then have other stuff.
And just make a little beat for it.
But I've also heard him like on SV flip a lot of things.
Everything.
And Madlib does that too. They would flip their own stuff.
All the time, man.
But he kept like this, like the Mobb Deep joint to himself.
Yeah, that was to himself. Something else wait, let me see what else. Hold on. There's something else.
And your library's crazy.
This right here is crazy. Hold on. This is a different version of Get This Money, but listen to the lyric, the way he put it on beat isn't on beat. Watch, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we all know, hey, get this money. All right.
This is dope, man. This is like a live music session. The way Soulection should be. Oh, yeah. Yup.
Man, come on, man.
So there's a bunch of.
He's crazy, man. So he would do that all the time with everything. He told me once he just made Fantastic Volume 1 with just the click track. He just had everybody rap to just rap. Because he told me, I don't know who the group was, but there was a group in Detroit out, and T3 and Batin came over one day, and they were like mad, like, yo, these dudes got wrecked, man. They got something out, man. You need to do something with us. And then he just, here, rap to this. And he gave them the headphones, and everyone just rapped in headphones.
That's crazy, in headphones.
To the click track, and then next thing you know, he went back
And he just made the beat.
And I was like, even players, man, you didn't do that. You lying to me. Even on players? He's like, yep, even players. I was like, damn, you're crazy for that one.
Yeah. So they were essentially like just over the click and acapella.
Acapella all day.
And they just trusted him.
Of course. What else?
To be like, all right. And then
he wasn't even King Dilla yet, but yeah, they trusted him enough,
I've
man.
never heard that. Hold up. Why did he just make the beat or like why did he just layer it over the beat? Why did he just do it like that?
I think the vibe I got when he told the story was he kind of just wanted to get him out the way, man. Come on, man. Let's just. All right, man. All right. But
they were like full songs. How can you make full songs like that?
Nah, Fantastic Volume 1. Every song's only about a minute 30, true. And you know.
But I meant like they had. I don't know. They felt the chemistry.
He just knew how to do it, man. He just made beats.
That's wild.
That's why he's the Dilla guy.
Yo.
Oh man.
I gotta dap you up. Every single detail from the effects, the way you just doing that dub echo. I saw you.
Yeah, man.
Bring it up to the high, to the low on the vocals. Man, the detail. I don't think y'all understand. You gotta be here to see. We've got the cameras here.
Hopefully it sounds good.
Oh,
not just
we got some of the best producers in the world here at Beats One. That
I know that's right.
That know how to engineer. As you know, pharmacy.
Know that's right.
Yeah, man.
We're getting busy up here.
Real quick, well, again, thank you for coming here and blessing us.
No, thank you for having me, Joe.
Of course. Real quick, can you just tell the people a little bit just what you're up to next and what you got going on? Where can people catch a J.Rocc set next? Were you playing anything?
Guess as good as mine.
Any tours coming on?
Things come and go. You know, I've got some shows with Peanut Butter Wolf lined up. I have going to like where's Pablo Escobar from? Medellin, what's it called?
Medellin,
yeah. I heard that's the new popping spot.
You about to go up there?
So we're gonna go over there.
Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't ding my passport. And working on a new album for Stone's Throw, actually. Just trying to stay in the lab. I don't want to go anywhere yet till I finish that, because once I leave,
it's hard to get back into that rhythm.
That whole rhythm is on. You're like, what was I working on? You have like 10 tracks done. You're like, man, what song was I doing when Yeah, it messes everything up. So
yeah, I feel that. And then in regards to I also want to shout out the Beat Junkies. You guys just had a graduation.
We have graduations every about 6-8 months or something.
How many have there been so far?
That was actually probably our second graduation. We've only been open 2 years, so
that's amazing.
That's
based here in LA, right?
Yep,
there's only
Glendale.
one. Yep.
And just a school where you can come and learn everything. It's not just learn how to scratch or mix. You can learn the basics. You can learn almost what I do. You just got to practice 10,000 hours, but we teach you basically
30,000. You put in 30 to 40,000.
Well, I'm just saying we teach you basically what I do, what Babu does, what Mr. Chalk does, what Melody does, just our style, what we do. We don't teach you everything, but we teach you the basics, we teach you how to get busy, and we teach you off of vinyl first, and then we go into the controllers, because we feel if you do the vinyl first and you go to controllers, then it's easier on the controllers. You just have to adapt to the pitch and all that.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it, man.
I love that you guys are embracing everything, analog and digital.
Man, you got to, man. Get left behind. You end up, like I said, old school, end up at the gig trying to play on some turntables. Man, you don't even know, man. I'm so glad I learned them CDJs. You end up like a fool on stage. Feedback, all kind of nonsense. So no, you got to adapt, man. You got to adapt, and you adapt. I know you started off with I seen you had a picture of turntables, actually.
Yeah, I got turntables. Man, I started off on
a little kid. Yeah, like the young Joe K picture.
Young Joseph.
Young Joe over there. Joseph.
But yo, man, thank you again. Cool. So I got a folder waiting for you, by the way.
All right, so we're gonna need together.
We're also gonna need the track list, because we gotta get to work over here.
Yep.
And man.
Hey,
again,
thanks again, Joe K.
Yeah, we gotta get you on
Soulection,
the next.
man.
Yeah.
Man, what show?
395.
395, man. 5 shows away from 400.
Yeah, when you were here last time, it was like over 200 shows ago. How crazy is that?
Man, congratulations on all the success, Joe.
And
man.
you have a radio show though too on 90.7.
Yep, that's competition.
No.
I'm just joking. Ain't no competition. You guys are like, that's exactly the laugh. Competition. No, Adventures in Stereo, Community Radio, Pacifica, 90.7 FM. I do Fridays.
2 hours.
2 hours. Try to just bring the vibe, try to play a little bit of everything, some hip hop.
I was listening and you upload them on Mixcloud.
Yeah, I do a little Mixcloud thing.
So you know where to find J.Rocc.
So there's where I am. And thank you again, Joe. Let me just say, I can't stress it enough. Thank you again, Joe, for having me on, man. You've always have open arms with the crew and everybody. So we respect that. We love some Soulection crew. That's right. Soulection.
We love J.Rocc. We love the Beat Junkies. All right, we signing out here once again.
We are out.
We threw it up. That was an amazing set for JD.
2 hours long doing it like that.
We out.
We are out of here, buddy.
All right.
Peace.